Tonight, some chilling new details in the deadly shooting inside Apalachee High School. The Barrow County Sheriff's Office is saying the shooting lasted nearly a minute and every second was captured by school cameras.
We interviewed the sheriff for the first time since the shooting. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn joining us live now from the sheriff's office in Winder. Cody?
Jennifer and Jonathan, Sheriff Judge Smith says this tragedy unfolded in roughly 52 seconds and explains Colt Gray didn't break from his routine because he really didn't have one, considering he had just started at Apalachee High School 3 days prior to this shooting.
Colt was a bus rider.
Barrow County Sheriff Judge Smith says Colt Gray walked out of his home Wednesday morning, September 4th, with a plan.
I think it was cold and calculated.
Armed with an AR-style weapon, authorities say his father bought legally.
He got on the bus with a backpack, and we believe he had concealed the firearm in the backpack. We know that he concealed it with some sort of something that he had wrapped around it, as if it was a project, a school project, if you will. He had obviously stored magazines and rounds in that backpack with it as well.
Once at Apalachee High School.
Got off the bus, came into school, and blended in like every other student. He kept the backpack with him at all times.
Sometime after 9 a.m.
He asked to leave the classroom and go up front to see a counselor.
His alleged plan now set into motion.
We know that he entered a bathroom, and he stayed in the bathroom for several minutes.
He took his backpack with him?
Mm-hmm. Which is not unusual for a student to do if you go up front. Class were not far off from changing at that point.
Sheriff Smith says after several minutes, Colt walks out with a rifle.
He starts looking for soft targets, if you will, and that's when it started.
Within seconds, the first student is down. The sounds of gunshots ringing out, sending two teachers into the hallway to investigate.
They were going to try to, we feel like, fight him, try to get him to stop, but it didn't work out that way.
The teachers pulled back into the classroom. Sheriff Smith says Colt's final victim was also caught in the hall.
Come out of the bathroom and just, he just ambushed him. He didn't know.
In less than a minute, 4 killed, 7 shot. The alleged shooter taken alive.
And that question has been asked. Why didn't they shoot him? When he committed to putting the gun down and laying out in the prone position as he was told to do so, that threat ends, we put him in handcuffs, and the threat's over at that point.
Starting to get a better understanding of what unfolded in that high school on September 4th. Now, there's also been questions about Colt's mom calling the school that morning, voicing some concerns over alarming texts she and his dad received. Tonight, Sheriff Judge Smith confirms that call was made to the school and says as soon as they got the call, his SRO started investigating. And it was while they were investigating, literally, they heard those gunshots ring out in the hall. He's going to talk about that timeline and tell us more detail tomorrow night at 11. Plus, he talks more about why Colt's dad is now sitting in a cell charged alongside his son. That interview coming up tomorrow night at 11. In Winder, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
Some disturbing new information tonight, Cody. Thank you. Well, 14-year-old Colt Gray is in custody at the Gainesville Regional Youth Detention Center facing 4 counts of felony murder. His father, Colin Gray, behind bars in Barrow County, accused of knowingly providing the gun to his son. The next step in the case here is a grand jury hearing set for October 17th. The district attorney for the Piedmont Judicial Circuit says he expects Colt Gray to face more charges.